After World War II ended in 1945, Germany was a defeated country, divided into 4 occupation zones controlled by the United States, the United Kingdom, France, and the Soviet Union. Berlin, the capital, although deep inside Soviet territory, was also split the same way. As relations between the Soviet Union and the Western Allies worsened, 2 separate German states were created. In 1949, West Germany was formed from the American, British, and French zones. Later that year, the Soviet zone became East Germany, a communist state under Soviet control. Berlin was now a front line of the Cold War. West Berlin, though located entirely inside East Germany, was a small island of capitalism, democracy, and freedom, surrounded by the communist East. Over the next decade, this unique setup became a major problem for East Germany. Life in West Berlin was freer and more prosperous. Thousands of East Germans, especially young professionals, doctors, engineers, and students, began fleeing to the west through Berlin. By 1961, around 2.5 million East Germans had escaped, creating a brain drain that threatened the communist system. To stop this flow, East Germany made a bold move. On August 13, 1961, without warning, they sealed off West Berlin. Streets were blocked, railways were shut down, barbed wire fences were stretched across the city overnight. Within days, a concrete wall began rising. Families were instantly separated. People who went to sleep in one city woke up in 2 different worlds. The wall soon stretched over 150 kilometers, complete with guard towers, watchmen, landmines, and death strips, open areas where anyone trying to escape could be shot on sight. The Berlin Wall became the most powerful symbol of the Cold War. It represented more than just a border. It symbolized the fight between freedom and control, democracy and dictatorship. Over 140 people died trying to cross it. Many more were imprisoned just for trying. For nearly 3 decades, the wall divided not only a city, but also a country, and in many ways, the world. Western leaders visited Berlin and gave powerful speeches. In 1963, US President John F. Kennedy famously said, "Ich bin ein Berliner," showing solidarity with the people of West Berlin. But the world was changing. By the 1980s, the Soviet Union was struggling. Its economy was weak, and it was losing control over its satellite states. Reform movements spread across Eastern Europe. People demanded change, free elections, and open borders. East Germany could no longer contain the pressure. On November 9, 1989, during a chaotic press conference, a government official mistakenly announced that border crossings were open immediately. That night, thousands of East Berliners rushed to the wall. Overwhelmed and confused, border guards stood aside. What happened next became history. People climbed the wall, hugged each other, cried, and began tearing it down with bare hands, hammers, and whatever they could find. The sound of freedom was louder than any gunshot. The wall that had divided families, ideas, and ideologies fell. Within a year, Germany was reunited, and in 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed, bringing the Cold War to an end. Today, only fragments of the Berlin Wall remain. But its story reminds us how quickly a world can be divided, and how powerfully people can come together to tear those divisions down.